Hi everyone, how are you? It's Monday. I was just having some of my green booster juice that I usually typically have in the afternoons. I worked from home today for most of the day, but I did have a meeting, so hence the reason I'm not in my Monday afternoon overalls as you typically see me in every Monday. I promised you last week that we were going to discuss blogging, particularly blogging for small businesses. So I'm not going to be talking about blogging for big corporate brands or for big organizations, but I'm really talking about the mom pop shop, or if you are passionate about gardening or about baking, and you really have a point of view and you want to share it with the world, a blog is a great place to start. Now, one of the most frequent questions that I get is, what is the difference between a website and a blog? And I sort of like to think of it is that if you are a baker and you already have a website, it has who you are, perhaps pictures of your bread, the breads that you make, perhaps images of your staff, etc. But it sort of remains a very static space. However, if you created a blog that took us inside the bakery, that gave us recipes, let's say every Monday, that told us how great or even how stressful having a bakery can be, that showed us the insides and outs of baking a lemon vegan bread. Now, if you created content and let's say you put it onto your blog, which resides on your website, every Tuesday, suddenly your static website becomes this very dynamic space. And here's what's the most interesting part of it. Google, all those search engine optimizing techniques that we sometimes talk about, they're going to find you because you're using keywords on your blog. You are linking to external pages and linking to all sorts of things within your content, and that's a whole other topic. But what happens when you do that is that the web crawlers find you, and suddenly your algorithm, your space in the algorithm gets more dynamic, and you're easily found via search engines. I hope that all made sense. But what happens in the end is that more traffic, more eyeballs go to your website via your blog. Now, and in addition to the traffic, there's so many great reasons to start a blog. Number one is that it humanizes you. So let's get back to that whole bakery or baker example I was giving you. So you have a website and you just put a paragraph about who you are, and that's on your website. That's great, but we don't get the inside and out of your personality. So by doing a blog and having a point of view and sharing tips and sharing recipes with your own voice, using your own writing or using video, we get to see who you are. And I'll tell you something, if there are two bakeries on the same street and both of them are making the same delicious bread, I would rather purchase my bread from someone that I know. And that's what I think is so fantastic about a blog, because it makes the person behind the content, behind the service, behind the product, it makes you very well known, and it puts the humanness into your website. Which brings me to my third point. And my third point is really that you become an expert. So you set yourself up as an expert. And that's one of the great things about a blog, is that people now see you as the sort of individual who knows as much as possible about your bakery in this instance, or your industry, or whether you love gardening or photography. They see you as an expert. So if you're selling something, for instance bread, they're going to want to come to you, which of course means more sales. So those are three great reasons: humanizing your brand, driving more traffic to your site, as well as setting yourself up as the expert. And the fourth reason why I love blogging so much is because it provides original content. It provides original content to your social media platforms. So heaven forbid that Facebook ever gets not popular, is that ever going to happen? Or somehow Facebook deletes your account by accident. And believe me, that happens way too often. But suppose that happens. A blog gives you your own real estate, and you can harness your blog using e-newsletters, getting people to subscribe to your blog. So you're building a database of people who support you and your content. So I just gave you 4 great reasons why you should start a blog for your small business. Now, a lot of the times people often ask me, they will say, do I have to have a ton of resources to start my blog? And unlike a website where you need to have all your content written, you need to talk to the web designer, you need to have photographs, etc., etc., all you simply need to do is go to either WordPress or Wix or Weebly or Blogger and register. Simple. It takes less than 10 minutes. And they have all these free templates. You decide which template best suits your small business. You register, you pick a template, and you're ready to begin. So it's really, really simple. It's that simple. And of course, you have all these great tools that will make your blog even better. You can't afford a photographer. I mean, who can? I mean, so what you do is you go to Google Images and you source your images from Google. And of course, don't forget you must credit. And there's also things like Canva, C-A-N-V-A. So that's a graphic building site, and they provide free templates. And all you have to do is choose your picture, choose your words, and just put it into the template. And it seems as if you have this gorgeous design that was built by a graphic designer, when in fact, you're just using templates. So in less than 30 minutes, after you've registered, in 10 minutes, you can choose your template and you can begin to write or to blog. Now, is it so easy? Yep, it is, I promise. But you know what is perhaps the most expensive thing when it comes to blogging? And for some people, this is a great disadvantage. It's your time, right? Because you have to fill your blog with content, and you can't do it irregularly. You actually have to be very intentional about when you're going to blog. And most experts recommend no less than once every 2 weeks. So that means you're going to have to know how to write. So there are a ton of blogs out there. Some are done better than others. And I know that the blogs that I go to, it's because not only is the information interesting, but it's really written well and it has a definitive point of view. So I think that's one investment you're going to have to make. You don't have to be Hemingway. You don't have to be the world's greatest writer, because here's the thing, blogs are forgiving. So you can do a paragraph, follow that paragraph with a big photograph, and then do another paragraph, and voila, you have a blog. But again, it requires that investment of time, and it requires you to know how to write. Now, you can pursue anything with your blog. It could be your passion, like, do you love gardening? Create a blog. The world wants to hear about Caribbean flowers, the orchids that you grow. You love baking? I gave you a ton of examples about baking and how it can help your small business. You love to travel, like our blogger over at Forward 40, Natalie, who's created this fantastic category of travel blog posts for www.forward40.com. Then by all means, share where you've been around the world, share the images, share stories of culture. People are going to want to hear what you have to say. So that's why I love blogging, because it really defines who you are. It allows you to tell stories that you care about, and it allows you to connect with an audience who really care what you have to say. So that's it in a nutshell. I wanted to say two things. I want to say congratulations to Aloma Lashley, who is the winner of last week's giveaway. You remember we had the 20 set nail polish, and she won that, and she's getting it tomorrow. So yay! We don't have any gifts today, maybe the week after next, but please continue to share this post with anyone who you think may benefit from all the information. And the second thing I had to tell you was that we're going to be moving all these Monday motivation on digital and social and web-based conversations into a special group called the Caribbean Bloggers Academy. And when we have that link up, we're going to share it with you. But you can still follow us here because we will be posting the link from there onto Forward 40, our Facebook page. I think that's it. Continue to enjoy your Monday. Don't forget to get some exercise in. Eat well. Take care of yourself. The week is ahead of us, and I hope you make it a happy and successful one. Bye. See you next Monday on my porch with my green juice. Take care.